Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with the daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about the overall market, if it is healthy, if it is not, so forth. And yeah, I mean, listen, we got some news overnight that China's banning Bitcoin again, so that's not a surprise there, and we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be addressing why that is not even significant, if you should be worried about that, or if you shouldn't, right? So overall, let's get into it. Let's refresh coin market cap. So we are down about 4.12%, sitting at about a $1.92 trillion market cap. Nothing too crazy there. We do see Bitcoin around the $43,000 level again. We also see Ethereum around the $3,000 level again as well. And of course, our altcoins suffering a little bit, as we do see even Bitcoin or XRP down to 95 cents, while Bitcoin is ranging here, as well as most of our other assets like our lovely friend HBAR down here at around 36 cents almost. We did get another juicy buy under 32 cents again, so I'm not saying you should have bought it. I'm just saying if you wanted to, again, that's not a bad entry point at all. Now, in response to this, right? We're always making jokes. We're always saying, Bitcoin to zero because China bans it and all this kind of stuff. Like, we even see this up here. China bans all cryptocurrencies. Yeah, I mean, overall, this news that we see with that is nothing too crazy, and it's nothing new. I'm going to go back to 2017 and show you guys that. So check this out. This goes back to September 15th, 2017. China is shutting down all of Beijing's Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exchanges. They're talking about how it's a risk. It's, they need to get rid of it. They're talking about by midnight of September 15th, they're making a published notice to make clear when they are going to stop cryptocurrency trading and announce a stop to new user registrations. I mean, this has happened multiple times, and this is not even just this is one article out of many, right? Because we're even seeing this. China tightens cryptocurrency ban with new directive, September 18th, 2017. Then we also see over here, China to close all Bitcoin exchanges by end September. Again, you know what happens in September? All the FUD gets loaded into the market. The shakeout begins. We're even seeing here, China bans initial coin offerings, calling them illegal fundraising. All talking about Bitcoin as well here. So when we're talking about this, this is nothing too crazy. I mean, look at this. This is September 11th, 2017. Bitcoin drops $500 after more reports China will ban cryptocurrency exchanges. China orders Bitcoin exchanges in capital cities to close, September 19th. And we even see here, Bitcoin tumbles on report, China to shutter digital currency exchanges. It happens every single year, guys. We cannot be too worried about this in regards to Bitcoin, right? During September, and I've been talking to you guys a little bit about September for a little bit of time. I was talking to you guys roughly about September 27th, all right? So just to give you guys a quick insight, I could show you where September 27th is on the chart. I'm going to mark it with my lovely X marks the spot. So here is September 27th, Monday. In fact, it is now roughly 3 days away. Okay? So, in regards to that, the reason why September 27th comes up is because I think that is the date that we will be back in the pretty much upward momentum path, going back to the 2017-2018 market cycle. And as you guys did see, right, all that FUD. Sorry, excuse me. Let's go back to 2017, 2018 right now, and actually let's check out what happened throughout the market during that time. So obviously it took about 21 days for us to truly bottom out. Now I'm going to go to the daily just to show you guys what happened back here on the daily. So I know that this is going to be extremely crazy considering the fact that I was fully zoomed in, but here we go. Here is the daily back in 2017, 2018, and this is why I tell everybody, stop worrying about this stupid FUD that gets loaded into the market. It's actually just all comical if you think about it. So obviously we were building up, and we had some slight pullbacks, right? This is the pullback even in August. We bottomed out a little bit at like roughly almost 3,600. Let me get rid of all of this on the chart. So overall, from the real topping point, and here's that pullback during the summer as well. There was, a lot of pullbacks throughout the summer, but mainly this one was pretty much the one that we experienced during May as well. This is roughly about a 42% of a pullback. Now, obviously, during September and pretty much the August timeframe, where our problems started to arise. Now, recently, again, we had the same sort of pullback. This is going back to September 1st. Now, here's where the FUD started to load in, right? So we had this nice little 14.43% drop before we pumped up a little bit and topped out a little bit, and then we had another drop, which just from the topping point total is about 25%. And then obviously we had one last big drop to test the 100-day MA, sitting at about 34.85, and then obviously we dipped down a little bit more below the 100-day MA, and we actually dropped almost 40% here. Now, we do see that we didn't fully bottom out, right? Like, this is the bottoming point, but we continued to trade sideways, had slight pullbacks, and then by the 27th, okay, here is the big key here. Sorry, excuse me, here. September 27th, right? Here is the change of heart. This is back in demand zones before the major rise to this all-time high that they printed back there. But overall, when we're talking about this, and we talked about breaking this up into October, and of course, October, this isn't where we go to, the all-time high. No, I'm just saying this is the time where we start the recovery process, and we start to recover and we start to trade sideways. And by the middle of October, we should be, realistically speaking, above the all-time high currently, and we should be going to our parabolic top. If we're not at the all-time high by the middle of October, and we're ranging around like 55K to 60K, that's totally fine as well. And then we get the parabolic topping point somewhere around November into December, that's totally fine as well. I think that when we're talking about the market cycle, and we're talking about the market structure that we're trading in right now, I think that we're doing eerily the same movement. We're seeing the FUD being loaded up, and a lot of people buying into it. I see a lot of people in the Discord. Hey, Evergrande stuff is crashing again. Do you think that this is going to bleed into the market? Do you think that this is going to, end us? Look at exactly what we're topping out again. Look at the bottoming point. Okay, on Bitcoin yet again. What does this show you? It shows us that we're pretty much bottoming out at the 100-day MA. Again, the same level that we bottomed out at in 2017, 2018. And if we actually look at the percentage drop from the top to the bottom here, this is still only roughly 25.31%, which I've explained to you guys why we don't need to drop, 38% coming all the way down to, 33K. It's because we already had that major bottom point back here. I mean, this was a rough time for anybody who was in this market. Obviously a lot of people probably got shaken out during the summertime, but this was roughly about a 55.74% drop. This is not a normal pullback, but this was multiple pullbacks to lead to this. Now, obviously, when we're talking about this and we're saying, this isn't a normal pullback, this is more than the average pullbacks that we've seen in 2017, 2018. So when we're talking about 55.66% of a major drop, we don't need to drop as significant over here. And now that we have this bottoming stage, all right, and now that we're trading at about 42.9K, and it looks like we're going to retest 44K, so on. This weekend, most likely will be a little bit volatile, but I think that by next week, by September 27th, we will be back in the upward path to regain this line here. You know why this rectangle is here? Because that is the demand zone before we got to this topping point here. Now, of course, this is not the all-time high. Absolutely not. The all-time high is up here at 65K almost, and it's not too far away from our current levels. If we're going from the bottoming point here to 65K, it's only 50.66%. And the reason why I say it's only 0.66% is because when we pumped up here, this was roughly about 45.57%, and this time frame was nothing too crazy. I mean, look at the topping point here. It was roughly 10 days of us just going in upward momentum. So overall, when we're talking about the all-time high, when we're talking about how long this could take to get us to the all-time high, first off, to our September 27th date, it's only 3 days away. In 3 days, I don't think that we get there. But I will say this. by October 18th, around the middle of the month, we'll just go to like the 16th, right? I think we could be at or well above the all-time high. I strongly do. And the reason why I say that is because it's not going to take too much longer for us to consolidate here with all this fudge circulating. And like I said, this fudge is all disregarded garbage, to be completely honest with you. A lot of people are buying into it. A lot of people are fearful. A lot of people, even in the Discord, are fearful, and that's totally fine. It's just the idea that, listen, all of this stuff is just made up news agenda to shake you out of the market, to add this major sell-off event, to make sure that people are fearful. Those who are still calling for a bear market right now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, those that are saying that we're in a bear market, that this is gonna, this is a dead cat bounce. First off, I've never seen a dead cat bounce like this overall in my life. So this cycle, this pattern that we're trading in, if you're gonna call this a dead cat bounce, I don't know what. I don't know who you're listening to in regards to technical analysis, but you need to stop. But in regards to what's happening in the market, we're experiencing FUD being loaded in. We're experiencing the sell-off. We're experiencing accumulation happening. And now, with all of that in mind, what do you think happens next? We load up, we get into this nice little support channel up here, and we go to the all-time high plus. And I think that when we're talking about the topping point, again, I'm still holding strong, and I'm still there with you guys in regards to this being the topping channel up here. Yes, we could see 90 to 95K, but I still think that this is the topping channel, and I still think that we top out around somewhere between this zone here. And I could put the rectangle on the chart for you guys. So I think it's somewhere between December 17th and in January, somewhere around this time frame here, just following the 84-day cycle from the major dropping point. So when we're talking about that, we're obviously talking about, if we were going off of the 84-day channel, it would be roughly a topping point at about November 30th. I don't think that that's the case. I think that we go somewhere around this zone here. December 28th would be the point of relief, but this goes off, and this goes off of the point where we bottomed out officially. So realistically speaking, this could be our true bottom point, which is September 21st, which I think is the true bottom point. If we're going off of the 84-day structure, our point of major topping would be about December 14th. If we continue to do the 112-day pump, where we increase the lengthening cycle a little bit, our point of topping out would be about January 10th. And we could actually just add this to the chart. Realistically speaking, could we be topping out about the 84-day mark? Perfectly. I mean, it could happen easily. And I'm actually gonna do something here, right here. I'm actually going to make another rectangle on this date here, saying that could be the topping point, or either this could be the topping point. And I'll leave this on the chart, and we'll address this and analyze this throughout the coming weeks to months. And I just want to keep a quick note on this. This is not a guaranteed topping point. I'm going to trade the market, and I will continue to trade the market and how it looks, and I will continuously update you guys along the way. But I will just say right now, we are clearly in a bull run, 1, and 2, all of this news, this pushed agenda FUD that goes throughout this market, it's honestly at this point laughable. And I think a lot of people who are new to crypto, I think that you all need to realize just right now that China has been banning Bitcoin forever now, and it's not happening. It's all FUD. So with that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out.